age limit for presidential candidacy, it means that we set a range of the age for presidential candidacy. So if there's someone a great ability will not be able to being a candidate if they if someone have a great ability will not being in a candidate if their age didn't in a range. So people who has a great ability should have a chance to be a candidate because someone's ability cannot be someone cannot be measured by their age.
Go.
So do you think that if there's a baby just born up and then he needs genius, so we can also directly let her become a presidential candidate?
Is an underline great ability. Someone who have an ability to run the country. Because everyone have a feeling of themselves. If they can run and manage a country, a city, and everything in it, they will. Prove themselves to be a candidate because they trust themselves.
Even if his or her, he or he is at second as us right now.
If they has that ability, why not? But yeah.
Go ahead.
So, how would you measure the ability?
How I measure the ability? In their experience, their education, and
Fine. Campaign. Hey, don't forget. Kamu itu pro age limit. Ayo. Okay, first speaker. Pro opposition. Go. Ya.
Kita yang pro.
Ya, kalian opposition.
Ya, basic ya.
Okay,
This we believe that there should be no age limit for presidential candidacy. So firstly, I would like to define what is limit. So limit is meaning a restriction of the size of the organ. So why we say that there should be a limit for a presidential candidacy. So for example, someone that was too young is not suitable for a presidential candidacy because they don't have enough experience, they don't have enough education, and we still don't know whether their mentality is stable or ready to lead a country. Because a president needs to lead a country, and a lot of people will be under them, our government will be under them, and president will have a lot of tasks to do. And other than that, a president also cannot be too old, because once people become too old, they tend to get sick, they tend to be more conservative, they also will be most of the time they will be unfair to societal advantage. And older people tend to stick more with old people, and most of the time they didn't let younger people to have a chance to join in politics. And so older people who most of the time older people couldn't have a clear mind because of their age. So most of the time, it's better to have a limit so that we can really see what they do, what they've done, and what they are experienced, and that's how we choose our president.
Okay, any PLI from the government? Go.
So you say that all people more like to maybe socialize with all people. So it's kind of like didn't like true. It's kind of depend on the person. It's not a common thing. I would say older people might have more experience. Maybe you can go to some education and maybe more experience to the political field. So when you say that old people just hook up with old people and with old mind.
So you agree that old people have more experience, and you agree that most of the time. Okay, so it's real because older people will think that they would like to stick with older people. So because most of the time they start with this group and they will end up with the same group, and most of the time they wouldn't let other people or like younger people to take advantage of them, and they don't want to give power to them. That's why if most of the time once they reach that age, they will prefer to stay with people that they know.
Right.
Oh my God.
Easy, right? Okay, go.
There should be not age limit for presidential candidacy. So I would say maybe someone who has a great ability, but he or she stuck in the age range, so she didn't get a fair chance to get himself as a candidate. So we should set a range of it. It has to be based on your experience, your ability to run a country. So I think maybe people more younger or maybe more older can be a presidential candidate. It really depends on the value and the experience. Yeah. And the opposition said that all people more maybe it's cut a limit because of the healthy issue. So I would say healthy issue is more about lifestyle. So there's a lot of younger people who have a bad lifestyle, may have a lot of disease, but with the great lifestyle, you can have a more healthy body, but in the maybe older age. So age healthy should not be a kind of like range for a presidential candidacy. So it really depends on the.
Okay, any PLI from the opposition? Go.
Okay, so you say that the older can select, but I guess better if they take the times and with the limits like 40 or 30. Because why? Because our presidential is a lot of responsibility. And also maybe for the younger, like and learning from their adults, like learning the leadership and the others, so they can be better president for the next years for next candidate.
So you say that older people should take a retirement.
For their skill, and then for like maybe 40 or 45 to take a candidate, you got a better president. No need to rush.
Older people.
Yes, maybe their time, maybe president, maybe other times. That's like the others first.
So you said that older people should not be a presidential candidate.
Younger people maybe can try to learn first, harden their skills until they're ready to become a president.
Why do you think that? Can I ask?
Hmm?
Can I ask?
You can, but he cannot answer. There's no time there.
Okay.
Yeah. Finish. Summarize.
of summarize.
Yeah.
So for the summarize of this motion, we should not limit the age range because everyone have their own experience and ability, and we have to give a fair chance for everyone.
Okay, fine. Okay, second speaker.
Some entry to for the first speaker that said if younger people get ability, that he or she can also go into becoming candidates. Let's say he get ability, but how can you determine if he or she get the ability or not? Of course, we need to see about her past work, her past action, her experience, like background, education, of course, and then the experience needs to be proven by time, and need to be due by time. The best thing to prove your ability is by action, and the action needs to take the time. And then if the young people really get the best ability, then every people get their time, and every era has people. So you don't need to be too. Can I use Indonesian?
Yeah, sure.
Be too gesa-gesa pengen to be a president. There will be the age come and you become more stable, either at mental or knowledge. So you will be more ready to become a president, to lead the country better. And then from the older one, the second person said the older one. I think the older one is you don't even know how long that he or she will live again. Yeah. Maybe the healthy issue is determined by his or their lifestyle. But for sure, older people got shorter lifetimes than young people commonly. So there must be some research or data that show that people that at a prime situation, either it's at a psychology, experience, knowledge, or healthy, and the brain can work best at that time. So I think when the times you get older and older, yes, you get really so much experience, but maybe your brain gets stuck and like little like that. Okay. And then back to the young one. Let's say you become the president, and then the most hardest thing that to solve is human relationship. When a young people become a president, then how? Then there will be a part of all people that that already go in the politics one become jealous, and they for sure won't be cooperate well with the young president, and it will
Yeah. Very nice. Now for the first speaker of the County Government, Rifty.
We believe that
good at making relationship, and usually the younger people will be faster at adapting of the environment and not like the older people. They often old-fashioned and just because they're younger doesn't mean they cannot participating in a presidential candidate. Just because someone has experience doesn't mean they are wise enough. That's all for me.
Okay, any POI from the opposition? Yeah.
So you mentioned that earlier on that you mentioned that younger people will have more fresh mind than older people. So does that mean you agree with this age limit? There should be an age limit for this presidential candidacy, so people cannot be too old, so they can think fresh. So you mentioned earlier on that younger people will see more freshly than older people, correct? So does that mean you agree that there should be a limit whereby the president cannot be too old so they can have a fresh mind?
There should be a limit. Why would we need a limit? Because if the young people
I asked that. So do you agree that there should be a limit so that the older people that don't have the fresh mind cannot be a president?
No, I'm not saying in that way. The old people can still participate in the presidential candidate, but we should give more chance to the younger people. Just because I'm pro to the young people, I'm not saying that I'm not abandoning the older people. Just give them more chance to us.
Yep, fine. Okay, next up, first speaker for the ruling opposition, Swardin.
I think there should be age limit for presidential candidacy because this is we are talking about country. So this is to be a candidate or president. They have many experience. They have to be. This is a big responsible. So I think there should be age limit to be make the generation complete. At least their skill, because I think if there is no age limit, they have a personal interest. Like nowadays we have an issue in our country, the constitution changed the law. So at least because in our country the limit age of the candidate is 40 years, but they changed if you have experience in live in the city to be a mayor, maybe governor, then you can propose yourself. So there's, I think there's a personal interest. So if there is a limit, they avoid the case. Really like this. So I think to make the generation is complete, maybe at least they have many experience. Yeah, like that.
Okay, any POI from the government side? Yeah.
Yeah. Because the constitution court changed the law, so I think there's a personal interest if there is no age limit to be a candidate.
Okay, one more time. Any POI? Yeah, number 8. Go on.
So you think
experience compare old people.
Yeah.
Old people.
All people, maksudnya orang muda juga.
Sebagai pengalaman.
Orang lebih daripada.
I think not really. We cannot measure it because humans have different development, so they have different ability, right? We cannot measure how their ability. I think because why there should be limits because they have to, because this is about country, right? President candidate, so they have to, maybe they lead maybe a city or government like that.
Okay, fine. Your turn. Yeah. Next speech. Masukin ke speech saya. Okay. Whenever you are ready.
The first, my opinion, young people carry out well with this era because as we know, this era is for Z generation or teenagers. So why not the young people to be a candidate of presidential? The example is February 2024, Gibran as a Cawapres with Prabowo. As we know, he is innovative person and a good person because he's a son of President Jokowi. And in the constitution, there's no age limit for becoming a candidate president. And second opinion, young people with a creative spirit can see opportunities that meet these changes, find innovative solutions, and can face challenges in new and fast ways. As we know, mostly young people also have no limits in doing something. Example, create for construction or new and so young people also have no limits in doing something, but older people may already have limit in doing something because of age. And the young people adapt more quickly to the times because young people know more quickly how development will occur.
So you suggest some limit that all people can do, but your side is saying that there should be no limit. So where are you standing? You are saying that all people the limit to do the things.
No. Have some limit for some word and ada yang bisa kerjain, but for people,
So what is
example?
yeah?
Example. Maybe for a new creative innovation.
So you think that young people can do better than
Time. Okay. Yeah. Final speaker. Let's go. Susah nih challenge dari ini. Kalian harus bisa defend kayak Gibran. Kalian harus bisa defend kayak Joe Biden gitu juga. Okay. Whenever you are ready.
Okay. In my opinion, I agree about the limit of the participate candidates. The reason why, because responsible for your country is more harder than you open a business. Why? Because when you try to open a business, if you fail, you can try again. But how about country? Million people will suffer because of the responsibility on us. So I better say that the older maybe learn more of the experience what we have been through. That's why I suggest that the younger people maybe like learning from their elders, learn the skills, and learn from what they can achieve. And also, like what will happen when the younger with with mentals, for example, a crisis like Sri Lanka or Venezuela, can you handle the responsibilities? And
Ini biar apa Pak cerita tentang Sri Lanka crisis? Aku juga nggak tahu. Ya.
The Sri Lanka crisis happened because of their economy. Like example, because their crisis of economy can handle their economy, and because of that, their debt is decreased, and they can pay the debts. So their economy is can pay the debt, and because of that, inflation. So how can we, when younger people experience, can handle that?
Okay, any POI? This is your last chance at redemption. No POI?
So you said that, so you said that older people have more experience to run a country, right? Okay. So you set a limit for that. If someone who older is not in the range of doing it, but have ability to run a country, how do you think about it?
Like what proof they can say that he can run a country?
Maybe he ever run a political thing.
Yeah, just like I say, maybe they can try to learn from their like newest candidates. Learn if they ever feel like fail something, he can learn from that and make better for their next candidate.
Okay, time.